And wow, it's been 2 weeks, but the summer of soccer concluded in a great way. Spain stopped England from bringing it home. It was honestly, it was a great final. I was in Chicago at the time. Went to a little pub, went to a little bar, enjoyed it with a bunch of Chicago people, and yeah, it was an amazing time. It was a great game. The first half a little lackluster, didn't have too many chances, but the second half really picked up, carried the whole game. The intensity and the sentiment of both teams going for it. Like both teams going for it. England really pushing. It felt like a final. Like sometimes you're in the final and the intensity isn't there, and they're just kind of knocking the ball, and you're like, is this a final or is this like match day 8 in the League One? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like a final. Like the aura is not there, but the aura was definitely there for this final. Like you could feel the intensity. Spain did look like the more dangerous team. They thoroughly deserve to go up 1-0. Palmer comes in for England and scores the tying goal. Palmer, who should have been playing more, that's one of Southgate's, fatal flaws this tournament was to not give that kid more playing time. He had a great season. He looked dangerous every time he came on, and he could just not take a starting spot from one of these great players. Like, for if you're a good coach, if you're a great head coach, you're coaching one of these great nations. You're gonna have to make tough decisions. It's not as easy as when you play for like when it has. It's not as easy as if you coach Mexico, where like the lineup kind of sets itself. Like you got 6 people playing in Europe. All right, start them. Whoever's in form, you put them in the rest. Maybe you do one or two switches. If you're coaching England, sometimes you got to make tough decisions, man. It's not easy to bench Foden. It's not easy to bench, like, for example, Rice or Kane or something like that. It's not easy. But if you feel that they're not performing and you have a wide array of players, you got to use them. You got to use them. You can't leave them on the bench. I think that was Southgate's fatal flaw this tournament. He didn't use um, Palmer enough, and every time he played, he looked dangerous. He scored the goal. In the end, I think Spain was the rightful winner. They were just winners. They didn't lose a single game. They won every single game. They didn't go to overtime. I mean, they didn't go to penalties on any of their games. They always decided it. So good for Spain. They have another Euros. This isn't really a golden generation, in my opinion. It's just a very solid, hard-nosed, hard-working team that has a lot of skill too. Like Olmo, that fool's crazy. Yamal, he's a Barcelona player, but I gotta give him props. He's a beast. It was just a great performance by Spain. They thoroughly deserved to beat England, in my opinion. I don't think it was an upset, and I don't think the score reflects, something going against the grain. Like it was, Spain should have been the favorites. Spain were the better team. Spain won. It's as simple as that. It was the rightful winner.